Morning, dear children. This video is for class 8 and the subject is science. We have begun with the chapter coal and petroleum and we are going to continue with the same. In the previous class we have discussed about coal, history of coal, useful products of coal. Then what we are going to study today, that is the next natural resource, that is petroleum. Petrol is used as a fuel in light automobiles such as motorcycles, scooters and cars. So you are very much familiar with it because most of us use it in a day-to-day life wherein we are so dependent on it that for every small things also or to go for a far distance also we need vehicles and vehicles need petrol, so we are completely dependent on this. Heavy motor vehicles like trucks and tractors run on diesel. So these all motor vehicles, they also run on diesel, even some of the cars too. Petrol and diesel are obtained from a natural resource called petroleum. So what is the main source for petrol and diesel is the petroleum. So from petroleum, petrol and diesel is being extracted. Formation of petroleum. So how it is formed? Petroleum was formed from organisms living in the sea. As these organisms died, their bodies settled at the bottom of the sea and got covered with layers of sand and clay. 1 million of years, absence of air, high temperature and high pressure transformed the dead organisms into petroleum and natural gas. So the natural gas as well as the jelly like substance we can say that was formed, that is nothing but the petroleum. So to form this, what are the essential needs that have to be present there? That is the absence of air and high temperature and high pressure. So when this all is accumulated beneath the bottom of the sea, what happens? That converts the dead organisms into petroleum and natural gas. So you can see in this diagram how they have shown the deposition of petroleum and natural gas beneath the sea. So refining of petroleum. So how this petroleum is being extracted and after that how it is being refined and being given as different products for us for the usage. That is, petroleum is a dark oily liquid. It has an unpleasant odor. It is a mixture of various constituents such as petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin, wax, etc. The process of separating the various constituents, fractions of petrol is known as refining. So each part of this petroleum is again segregated into different fractions or parts we can say. So that process of separating them into the various constituents or fractions of petroleum is known as refining. It is carried out in a petroleum refinery. So where it is done? It is done in the petroleum refinery. Like how factories will be, like that they have named this to be as the refinery. So how it is done? You can just watch this video to get the idea, children.
Refining of petroleum. Petroleum is obtained by drilling holes or oil wells into the earth's crust. When a well is drilled through the petroleum-bearing rocks, usually natural gas comes out first with a great pressure. This is followed by crude oil, which comes out due to the gas pressure. Petroleum is separated into its constituents by the process of fractional distillation. Fractional distillation of petroleum is done by using a tall fractionating column or fractionating tower as shown here. Crude petroleum is heated to a temperature of about 400 degrees Celsius in a furnace, and the vapors thus formed are passed into a tall fractionating column from an inlet at its base. As the mixture of hot vapors rise in the column, it starts getting cooled gradually. Due to this, the vapors of the higher boiling fractions of petroleum condense first in the lower part of the tower, but the vapors of the low boiling fractions rise up into the tar and condense later. In this way, the fraction of petroleum having the highest boiling range is collected in the lowest part of the fractionating tower. The fraction having the lowest boiling range is collected in the topmost part of the tower. The various fractions that are obtained by distillation of crude petroleum are tabulated here.
So that is how the petroleum refining is being done and the various fractions are being obtained. So the highest boiling level which is there, that will be at the bottom, and the lowest boiling level product will be at the top. So that we should mainly know in this. So which are the various constituents or the fractions of petroleum and in where all we are using it, that we can see the list here. That is, you all know LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, fuel for home and industry, petrol, motor fuel, solvent for dry cleaning, kerosene, fuel for stoves, lamps and for just aircrafts, diesel, fuel for heavy motor vehicles, electric generators, lubricating oil for lubrication, paraffin wax, ointment, candles, and even in the Vaseline etc. it is being used. And even in the primers, if you have heard about, even in that this paraffin wax is being utilized, children. Then bitumen, it is used in paints, road surfacing. And one more thing about the these products, even though we use them regularly, but we will be not knowing accurately from where it is being obtained. So these are obtained from the petroleum, that are LPG, petrol, kerosene, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax and bitumen. Okay, so these are the constituents and their uses. So one more thing which is obtained during the refining of petroleum, that was we had told at the beginning, that is the natural gas. So natural gas is a very important fossil fuel because it is easy to transport through pipes. Natural gas is also used as a starting material for the manufacture of number of chemicals and fertilizers. In India, natural gas has been found in Tripura, Rajasthan, Maharashtra and in the Krishna Godavari Delta. And also natural gas is stored under high pressure as a compressed natural gas, that is CNG. CNG is used for mainly power generation and it is now being used as a fuel for transport vehicles because it is less polluting. So this is the one of the best way because CNG helps wherein the pollution is reduced. So this is a good way and a good approach which all can start up with so that even the pollution will be reduced. It is a cleaner fuel, CNG, because it is less polluting agent, so it is being termed to be as a cleaner fuel. The great advantage of this CNG is that, children, it can be used directly for burning in homes and factories, where it can be supplied through the pipes. So it is very much convenient to utilize a CNG. And now whether it is in practice in India, yes, so such network of pipelines, they are being utilized in Vadodara in Gujarat and some parts of Delhi and other places. So the work is going on. So if this project becomes completely successful, then after few years this CNG utilization will be much all over the country, we can say. So there is a question by Bojo. Can coal, petroleum and natural gas be prepared in the laboratory from dead organisms? So what will be your guess? Yes, you are thinking of a no? Yes, good, because the formation is very slow process, because it's taking millions of years, that we have been discussed from the beginning of the chapter. So the formation cannot be created in laboratory because we cannot stay there for millions of years. That is the first thing. And one more thing is that the deposition of layers should be done and there should be no air. So that is highly impossible to create such atmospheric conditions around. So natural things always remain natural, and their importance will be so much because they have been millions of years to produce them. So there is no way to prepare it, but there is one way wherein we can conserve them and we can use these natural resources in a smart way. That is the one thing which we can do. So petroleum conservation. In India, the Petroleum Conservation Research Association, PCRA, advises people how to save petrol, diesel while driving. Their tips are: drive at a constant and moderate speed as far as possible. Switch off the engine at traffic lights or at a place where you have to wait. Instead of keeping running vehicles, we can stop them for few minutes. Ensure correct tire pressure. Ensure regular maintenance of the vehicle. So emission test, what we say, that should be done so that we come to know that the vehicles are not emitting much of the smoke and harming the environment, and also the petrol is not being wasted a lot, because it takes millions of years to generate these products. So we should be aware and we should follow the conservation methods. So today we have discussed about petroleum, natural gas and conservation of natural resources in overall, that is the coal, petroleum and the natural gas. So this is all about this chapter, children, and to understand that you need to read page number 60, 61 and 62 to make this concept more clear. And you please take it as a homework to solve the exercise, and even I'll be sending the worksheet of the question answers, so you can cross check and then write it in your notebook. Until then, thank you. Have a good day.